Module 7, Topic 3, Corrective Actions. It is not uncommon for problems to arise during projects, despite detailed planning and training. The project manager is responsible for navigating through problems and issues throughout the project. In this topic, we will focus on responding to problems. Let's discuss how to assess a problem situation by understanding 1. Common underlying variables that may produce a problem, 2. Corrective and preventive actions. These are commonly referred to as CAPA, and 3. Root cause analysis. 1. Common variables that may produce an issue. There are 3 main variables to consider that commonly impact issues, including resources. Consider the number of people assigned to the project against the expected number of hours and timeline. Do you have the right number of people? Secondly, consider if you have the right type of people assigned for the task. Processes. Consider if the processes are clear. Is there a way to improve communication around the processes? The project manager should consider if the training is complete. Are there gaps or gray areas in processes that may have been the cause of an issue? Examples of processes are checklists, workflows, face-to-face training, WebEx meetings, and recordings that team members can listen to anytime, or a well-written training manual or guidance document. Direction. Consider precise, clear direction. As a project manager, your communication is critical. Does the individual or individuals have the correct knowledge of the expectations required to perform the job? Key areas in healthcare that would be expected to be scrutinized via audits are the following: record retention, records management, data management, operations, drug, pharmacy, storage, distribution, usage, and safety often pertains to patient safety. 2 and 3, corrective and preventative actions, CAPA, and root cause analysis. The first step to working through corrective and preventive actions is to define the problem. Articulating and simplifying the problem is critical. The next step is to identify all possible causes to help further articulate the root cause of the problem. This can be done in a brainstorming session where participants list all possible causes. For example, consider a missed step in the process. In reviewing all possible causes, it is expected that the root cause will be teased out through the brainstorming activity. It may take several attempts with the team to have a consensus and a shared understanding of the problem. Once the problem has been identified, it will be necessary to report the issue as applicable. Reporting protocols will depend on your industry, your client, and the company policies. Upon identification of the problem and its root cause, the team will need to consider actions. This is typically identified as preventive and corrective. These will be dependent on the cause of the issue. Example actions may include the revision of a project plan to correct or simplify a process, or retraining of a particular piece of the process. As a project manager, it is your role to ensure that the processes you implement are repeatable and easy to follow. It's also good practice to walk through the process to help understand the time and effort it takes to complete the task. Although these corrective activities require significant time and cost, they are critical to helping train and further organize your project and processes. Your primary focus is to make corrections to reduce the chance of reoccurrence.